Nope.
What's up, you guys? It's James from James's Reptiles. In today's video, we're going to go over some updates, some plans for the future, kind of give you guys an idea of what's going on, and might even feed some snakes. So let's hop right into it, shall we? So over here with the leopard geckos, I do have another project coming soon. I want to add some color into my rack, and I definitely have the space for, you know, a project. I have 6 tubs for males and 6 tubs for females, so I have a trio that'll come in a short time, obviously not for this year, for next year, for the breeding season. And we did have a couple babies hatch the other day. We have one egg that's a couple days past, so it should hatch any day. It's ginormous. And if we run over here, these are only up until this, so these 12 are all I have left for this season. A couple babies down there, but this is a Snow Black Knight Double Het Blizzard Eclipse. Really runty, I'm not sure why. And then same male, Snow Black Knight Eclipse. Again, a little bit runty. If we open this one, this Super Snow, what is this? Yeah, Super Snow Black Knight Double Het Blizzard Eclipse is doing awesome. I moved a couple of them down here. All the older ones are down here. That's the one with the tail king. So that one will end up going on MorphMarket soon, and hopefully someone picks that up and I can use the money to fund my new leopard gecko project. But let's move on to crested geckos real quick. So I have the Dalmatian tank, the pinstripe tank, the grow-out tank, and the gargoyle tank. Hopefully the gargoyles will lay eggs soon. Like I said, the Dalmatians have been laying eggs, and I don't think it's this clutch, which is the next clutch to hatch, but the one right after that, it'll actually be the first one from the Dalmatians, so we might end up getting some really nice Dalmatians in there. It's from my male to Paradise, who isn't really a Dalmatian that much. He's just got some spots, but it'll be the first project I have leaning towards Dalmatian, and hopefully we get some nice babies out of it, so that'll be kick butt. Obviously my male Vietnamese Blue BD snake's doing awesome. I want to get another 40-gallon just like this. I don't know if I'm going to get an elite because they're kind of expensive, but it'll end up being for my ball python Steve. Steve's like 17 years old. Obviously I haven't had him that long. He was given to me by my girlfriend's family. This colony of roaches I'm selling to a friend. He's giving me some money, and also adult female corn snake, so that's pretty sweet deal there. And the hissing cockroaches, I'm just going to take them off heat and feed off all the babies. Hissing cockroaches kind of have this weird thing where dubia are pretty hard shelled and they just really harden up when they're adults. Hissing cockroaches are pretty much soft bodied until they hit their final molt. So I'm just going to feed off all the babies to my leopards as if they were dubia roaches until all the adults die off and the colony just dies, and that's kind of the plan. And I'm even going to take them off heat, and this rack will eventually be tore down, so we'll have that extra heat cable, I'll have that extra thermostat to do whatever I want with, and this rack is probably just going to hold 40 gallons for the time being. That'll clear up space over here, so eventually I can put 2 more Exoterras. Next year for breeding season, I'm going to need another rack like this sitting right there. And I'll need a second bigger incubator. That'll end up being the incubator for males, and I'll have a second larger one for female eggs, because leopard geckos, you can change the sex depending on what temperature you incubate the eggs at. Let's move on to isopods. I kind of saved these for last because they're kind of my favorite and the newest thing going on. So I started, okay, so to preface this, these are my powder blues. I bought these from my boss, actually. His wife does all the isopods for him, and it's more of a gem mix. Like, you can see, I don't know if the camera shows that very well, but some are like tinges of orange and they're not super blue. So I think what's going to happen is I'm going to, well, I already started this, but I'm going to pick some oranges out and start a colony and make it just oranges. Oh. And then over here, I already started, and I just picked the bluest adults out. I picked like 3 of them. Yeah, so there's only 3 isopods in here. I picked the 3 bluest adults. You can see one right there. Shadow's kind of being weird, but I only picked 3. There's one of my girlfriend's green hairs. I only picked 3. I'll sure when I'm picking through the orange, I'll pick a couple more. And they breed so prolifically that I'm sure I can have a colony up and running in a month and be able to sell some. I think I've only had these powder blues for about a month, and I mean, you guys saw there's like a million in here. So I'll have a blue colony, I'll have an orange colony, and then everything in between, I'll probably just end up selling this whole colony off as a kind of a mixed colony to see if anyone wants it. Because I've never been a fan of the gem mixes or whatever you call them, or any of that, where it's probably the same species but they're a mix of colors. To me, I just want it. I want it on its own, and at the same time, I want 2 of each colony. This is kind of something I was thinking of. Like I split the dwarf whites up, and as I split the blues up, I was just thinking, well, if I have one colony I can sell out of, and the other one, you know, is kind of not a backup, but more of like the mother colony. And if I sell out of the one I sell out of, then you know I still have some to sell if I promise a sale or what have you, and I can pull from it and I can decide what I want to do with it. So that might be something I end up doing, especially for something like the white duckies. Like if I just want to move a couple out and keep the original colony really strong, I might do that. These dwarf whites, I don't know. When I dig in, there's a lot in there, but not nearly as much as these. Like, let's see. Yeah, you can just see them in there. They're just everywhere, especially right there. This crab eye. I took a crab eye out of the powder blues just because it was starting to rot. Still no. Well, I have signs of babies in the clowns. My clowns aren't the nicest clowns either. They're kind of all different. Like that one's nice with the red and the all white, and this one has like no red. And then you come over here and some of them have like the yellow. So I really want to make sure this colony is going really good before I start to sell any. They do sell for a decent amount, but I want to make sure, you know, mine are good, and it's a quality over quantity thing. I'd rather make sure they're good and they'll look nice before I sell them all off to other people, because it's you know, if I'm selling a product, it represents my company. And along with that, I am looking to get a website built, so stay tuned with the future. I'll probably end up having one. I don't know how long it's going to be, but especially for the isopods, it's kind of hard to sell the isopods without shows going on. Obviously, we don't have shows right now, and without a website. So yeah, shows aren't going on, but whenever the next show is, probably a SAG show, I'll definitely film it. I don't know if I'll be vending that show. If I'm not vending it, I'll probably be helping other people vend it, and at least taking a chance to walk around, maybe pick up some cool stuff. So yeah. What's up, you guys? I fell asleep last night. The mice weren't really thawed anyway. It's like 7 a.m. Everyone's asleep, so I'm gonna feed some snakes, and that's just gonna be the end of the video. So let's hop right into it. Alright, so that's gonna be it for today's video. I'm gonna give the snakes about an hour to eat. I'm gonna edit during that time, and I hope this video will go up today, the same day that I'm filming it. So it's a little late, but nevertheless, thanks for watching. I'm James Chipchals. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Well, that definitely helps out the channel. We're almost at 100 subscribers, which is awesome. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, jameschipchals@gmail.com if you have any questions. And I'm also on MorphMarket. I'll catch you guys in the next video.